Schwinn. In this video, we will show you how to assemble the Schwinn Airdyne AD8 bike. Begin by selecting an area where you are going to set up and operate your bike. For safe operation, the machine must be located on a hard level surface. Please allow a minimum work area of 24 inches around the perimeter of the bike. Be sure that the workout space you choose has adequate height clearance, taking into consideration the height of the user. Before you begin the assembly, please make sure you read the assembly manual thoroughly, as it contains important safety warnings and assembly tips. Please note that there are some steps in the assembly process that might require two people to help with the assembly. For assembly assistance, please visit us online or give us a call. Check the assembly manual for a complete parts list. Please note that a right R and left L decal has been applied to some parts to assist with assembly. Selected pieces of hardware have been provided as spares on the hardware card. Be aware that there may be remaining hardware after the proper assembly of your machine. The following wrenches are included with your assembly: a 13 to 15 mm open-end wrench, a number 2 screwdriver wrench, and a 6 mm Allen wrench. A pair of scissors and a box knife are recommended. Unboxing the Schwinn Airdyne AD8 bike. This procedure may require two people. Begin by moving the shipping box onto the location where you expect to assemble and use your Schwinn Airdyne AD8 bike. With some assistance, place the box flat on the ground facing up. Next, locate the packing straps on the box. Cut the straps using a pair of scissors or a box knife. Once the straps are off, cut any tape and open the top flaps of the box. Carefully remove the packaging material and the parts, hardware card, and documents that are packed around the main assembly. Place the parts in the desired assembly location. Discard the packaging material after checking for hidden parts. Tilt the carton to lie flat on the floor and cut the tape along the bottom box flaps using a utility knife or scissors. Fold out the box flaps. Tilt the bottom of the carton up and fold the lower flap underneath the carton so that the opening is clear. If there are parts between the opening and the bottom of the main assembly, remove and set them safely aside. Turn the carton upright so that the bottom opening is on the floor. Carefully slide the carton upward and lift it off the machine. Watch for loose parts that may fall and set them safely aside. Set the carton safely aside. Check the packaging material for hidden parts. Inspect the machine for damaged parts due to delivery. If damage is found, contact your local distributor for assistance. Unboxing is now complete. Step 1. Attaching the front and rear stabilizers. Begin Step 1 by locating the main frame, Part 1. Next, locate the front stabilizer, Part 8, and place it in front of the frame assembly. Before attaching the front stabilizer, remove all hardware. Remove both the top and side screws and washers using the provided 6 mm Allen wrench. Set the hardware aside for now. Next, tilt the main frame and matching the front bottom holes, push the front stabilizer into place. Secure the front stabilizer using the previously removed hardware. Insert the hardware through the top and side. Fully tighten the hardware using the provided 6 mm Allen wrench. Tighten both the top and side hardware. After securing the front stabilizer, locate the back end of the bike. Locate the rear stabilizer, Part 7, and place it behind the main frame. Before attaching the rear stabilizer, remove all hardware. Remove both the top and side screws and washers using the provided 6 mm Allen wrench. Set the hardware aside for now. Next, tilt the main frame and matching the back bottom holes, push the rear stabilizer into place. Secure the rear stabilizer using the previously removed hardware. Insert the hardware through the top and side. Fully tighten the hardware using the provided 6 mm Allen wrench. Tighten both the top and side hardware. Once both stabilizers are fully secured, Step 1 is now complete. Step 2. Attaching the pedals to the frame assembly. Begin Step 2 by placing the left pedal, Part 6, on the bottom left side of the main frame. Be sure to attach the pedals on the proper side of the bike. Orientation is based from a seated position on the bike. The left pedal and the crank arm have an L engraved on them, while the right pedal and crank arm have an R engraved on them. Please note that the left pedal is reverse threaded, so in order to tighten the pedal, you must rotate it counterclockwise. When installing the pedals, it is very important that the pedal is installed straight into the crank arms by hand. If the pedals aren't installed straight, the threads that secure the pedals may strip. If you feel resistance and the pedal does not turn smoothly into the crank arm, then you may remove the pedal and start again to ensure that the pedal is aligned correctly. Try again and tighten the pedal by hand until you are sure that the pedal is going straight into the crank arm. After several hand turns, fully tighten the pedal using the provided wrench tool. Keep the pedal aligned as you fully tighten it with the wrench. Once the left pedal is secured, repeat these steps for the opposite side and attach the right pedal. The right pedal part 10 will have an R engraved on it. Please note that the left pedal is reverse threaded, while the right pedal is regular threaded. Attach the pedal. If you feel resistance and the pedal does not turn smoothly into the crank arm, then you may remove the pedal and start again to ensure that the pedal is aligned correctly. Keep the pedal centered and aligned while attaching it. After several hand turns, fully tighten the pedal using the 15mm wrench. If the threads strip due to improper installation, then the pedals can disengage from the bike and/or break while under usage, which can result in serious injury to the user. For best performance, periodically check the pedals are properly attached. See the assembly manual for more information. Once both pedals are tightly secured, Step 2 is now complete. Step 3. Attaching the console mast assembly. Begin Step 3 by locating the front channel frame on the frame assembly. There are pull cables on the top right side of the frame. Using the pull cables, pull the connection cables out of the frame. Next, locate the console mast assembly, Part 2. The console mast assembly gets attached to the front of the frame assembly. Before attaching the console mast assembly, connect the cables located on the bottom of the assembly. Connect the console cables to the frame cables. The cables should easily connect. Push the cables in and lower the console mast assembly onto the frame assembly. Take care not to pinch or cut the cables. The 4 bolt holes on the bottom of the console mast assembly should match the 4 bolt holes on the frame assembly. Finally, secure the console mast assembly using 4 Part A screws, 4 Part B lock washers, and 4 Part C flat washers. Insert the screws through the console mast assembly and into the frame assembly. Fully tighten the hardware using the provided 6mm Allen wrench. Step 3 is now complete. Step 4. Attaching the handlebar arms. Begin Step 4 by locating the left handlebar arm, Part 4, and aligning it with the pivot shaft on the frame assembly. Orientation is based from a seated position on the bike. Before attaching the handlebar arm, remove the tag from the handlebar arm. Align the open curve A on the handlebar with the smooth curve 1A on the pivot shaft and make sure the indents B are exactly aligned. Carefully push the handlebar onto the shaft. Do not force or hammer into position. Gently rock the handlebar forward and backward to make sure it is fully seated on the shaft. Secure the handlebar arm using 2 Part D screws. For the left handlebar arm, the screws go on the inside holes facing outward. Insert the screws through the handlebar arm and into the pivot shaft. Fully tighten the hardware using the provided 6mm Allen wrench. If a torque wrench is available, tighten bolts to 40 Nm. Repeat these steps for the opposite side and secure the right handlebar arm, Part 11. For the right handlebar arm, the screws go on the outside holes facing inward. Fully tighten the hardware using the provided 6mm Allen wrench. Once both handlebar arms are fully secured, Step 4 is now complete. Step 5. Attaching the foot pegs. Begin Step 5 by locating the left foot peg, Part 5. Orientation is based from a seated position on the bike. Push the shoulder screw, Part F, completely through the foot peg and press the washer, Part E, tightly onto the end of the foot peg. Be sure the washer does not touch the screw heads, F1. Push and attach the foot peg to the frame assembly. Do not let the washer fall off the foot peg during installation. fully tighten the hardware using the provided 6mm Allen wrench. Repeat these steps for the opposite side and secure the right foot peg, part 9. Once both pegs are fully attached, step 5 is now complete. Step 6. Attaching the seat. Begin step 6 by locating the seat, part 3. The seat gets attached to the top of the seat post. Be sure the seat is straight and slowly lower the seat into place. Next, tighten both nuts, 3B and 3A, on the seat bracket to hold the seat in position. Tighten the nuts using the provided wrench tool. Once the seat is fully attached, step 6 is now complete. Step 7. Connecting the power adapter to the frame assembly. Begin step 7 by placing the AC power adapter, part 13, in front of the mainframe assembly. The adapter gets connected to the bottom front of the mainframe. Slowly plug in and fully connect the AC adapter to the main frame. The console for your machine can operate on battery power or AC power. If batteries and the power adapter are installed, the console will use the power adapter to operate. Please note, if you use rechargeable batteries, the power adapter will not recharge the batteries. If you use a power adapter for your machine, make sure that the cord stays clear of the path of the pedals. Please reference the assembly manual for more power-related information. Congratulations! You have now completed the assembly of the Schwinn Airdyne AD8 bike. Before using the bike, please make a final inspection. You may now remove any protective covers from the face of the console. Please inspect the bike to ensure that all fasteners are tight and components are properly assembled. Check pedals weekly to ensure they are tight. Do not use until the bike has been fully assembled and inspected for correct performance in accordance with the assembly manual. Please reference the assembly manual for workouts, troubleshooting, and other program features. Enjoy your new Schwinn Airdyne AD8 bike. Brought to you by Schwinn.